Hi, this is Ruzanna from efficiencyandorganization.com. This video is going to be on how to set 5-year goals, including action plans, and how to effectively monitor those goals to make sure that they become a reality. Do you think if 5 years from now you were to take a look back at your life, you'd be proud of the accomplishments, the things that you're doing right now? In other words, do you think that you're doing enough now where in 5 years from now you could take a look at your life and go, oh my gosh, I did a lot? And before I go on, I always like to share a fun fact about me. I do one at the beginning of each video and one at the end. So the beginning of the video fun fact is that we have a cute little dog. His name is Mango, and he's been with us for about 3 years. We adopted him from the animal shelter. If you also adopt pets, cats, dogs, rabbits, if you adopt pets from any shelter, if you could please comment, I'd love to hear about that. So why set 5-year goals? When I looked at the statistics, I found that 80% of Americans feel that they are stuck in a routine. Routines are usually great things. They're great to have. They keep us structured during the day. However, some routines could be very limiting. 45% of Americans say that they are comfortable in their routines, but 42% say that they are constricting. 77% of Americans say that they definitely want to have more adventure in their day-to-day lives. That's a huge percentage. That basically means that of the 10 people you talk to today, most likely 7 or 8 of them are going to say that they want more. They want to achieve more. They want to do more. So why don't they? It's easy to do. All we have to do is really set some goals for ourselves and be motivated enough, determined enough to make them happen. What I have found works for me is systems. And that's what I write about a lot on efficiencyandorganization.com is systems. The systems involve step-by-step processes, how we can go about doing things in a step-by-step way to make it happen. I'll give you a 5-year goal as an example. Let's say that you want, between now and 5 years from now, to have read 100 books. So reading is a great thing. It could be a great goal to set for 5 years. So how are we going to make that happen? It's easy to say, okay, my goal is to read 100 books in 5 years. How are we going to make it happen? First step involved in the process, basically having that end goal, the 100 book goal in mind, but working backwards. Working backwards or backwards planning is the second step. And it's actually done quite a bit in education. Any teacher you talk to, they will definitely know what backward planning is. It's kind of like for them when they have a set time when they're going to give a test on a unit, they know how much they need to cover each day between now and the test day to make sure that all the things that they needed to teach their students got done. So that's what backwards planning is in real life. So if we're going to read 100 books in 5 years, we better have a plan working backwards. What does that mean? How many books does that mean on a monthly basis? Then your third step is going to be monitoring the goal. So what you could do is figure out what books you want to read the first year. And then what you could do is write down in your planner, in your calendar, how much you need to read on a weekly basis, perhaps even a daily basis. So see what you're doing? You're really using a system. You're using math. You're like an end goal in mind. You're working backwards, and then you're writing down exactly what you need to do systematically to get to that end goal. The hard part is probably going to be to actually do the action steps, like each day, each week. But what you could do is keep yourself accountable. That's where that self-discipline, that determination is going to come in. On my website, under the products page, I actually have a 1-page paper that you could print. It's a weekly goal tracker. So what you do is you write the goal and then the action plan, like let's say how much you're going to read that week. And then if it gets done, you cross it off. So rather than using like a planner or a calendar, you could use a form like that for each week. You can even use it for each month. But it's a terrific source, and I'll have the link down at the bottom. I think it's what I would recommend you do is put it somewhere that's visible, that you could see and refer to all the time. So like a mirror, in your purse, somewhere that you can easily see, because otherwise it might get lost and then you might not follow through with the goal at all. So the idea is to keep reminding yourself that you have to work on this if it's something super important to you. I'm going to give you another example. So let's say we're going to set another goal, and this one is going to be to get a promotion at your place of work. So let's say you want within the next 5 years to get a promotion. You have a position that you have, but you're like, you know what? I want the next step up. The action plans for this goal would involve probably looking to see what skills you need, what certificates you need, how much experience you need, how many letters of recommendation, what you need to do to revamp your resume. These are all like specific things you could do almost like on a monthly basis, so that way you can achieve that goal. So do you have any ideas for what you want to have done in the next 5 years? If not, it's a good time to sit and reflect and think about that. What do you like? I think that's what it boils down to. A lot of times, I think we like too many things or we don't like a lot of things, but figuring out where you want to be, kind of like where you see yourself, maybe looking at some role models, where they are and the steps you need to take to get to where they are. Then monitor to see how far you're going. Just to share with you, I have written one book already. I'm working on my second one. My goal for the next 5 years is to be able to get all 3 published. So the one that's done and then the one I'm working on, and once I finish, I want to have a third one. I already kind of have the idea in my head, but I do need to sit and put it on paper. So I just want to share with you that I also have 5-year goals and plans, and that's my end goal. So in 5 years' time, I want to have the 3 books done and published. So I need to make sure I write down exactly what steps I need to take to get that happen within, like, on a month-to-month basis. What do I need to do? How much do I need to write? How much proofreading? The work I need to do with the literary agent? All those things I'm gonna have to have written down and track, hold myself accountable, so that way I can make sure that this 5-year goal gets accomplished. As I mentioned to you, systems to me are very important. That's why I write a lot about them on efficiencyandorganization.com. On the website, I have 6 focus areas, and I talk about efficiency, goal setting, organization, time management, and various aspects of life. More specifically, when it comes to small business ownership, being a student, being an educator, in personal life, in professional life, and in finances. If you get a chance, I'd love for you to visit the website. You could subscribe. There's a subscribe button I'm pretty sure on every page at the bottom, because what I do is once a month, I go in and put all my information that I've shared throughout the month. I put it on one resource guide and I send it out, so that way you could be connected. My other suggestion would be to definitely subscribe to this channel. If you hit the notification bell, that would help because you'll be notified when the videos come out. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button, and also if any of what I said resonated with you, or even if it left you with questions, just go ahead and comment. I'll try to respond as quickly as I can. And now for my second fun fact of the video. I have been biting my nails ever since I could remember. Ever since I was probably like 5-6 years old, I have always bitten my nails. There's like absolutely nothing that I found that has helped, that could help me in any way to stop biting. So if you also bite your nails, if you could comment, I'd love to connect. Thank you, and I will catch you in my next video.